Welcome back, guys, to the Lonely Basement Baseball Cards. Or is it? I was just watching the live. I missed the live last night. I couldn't believe I missed the live because of work. It is what it is. Cardboards and cold ones with Sammy and Jason, and they started talking about Mike Francesa, and I was like, I can't believe I'm missing a live when they're talking about the GOAT, Mike Francesa. So it made me go pull out my WFAN 10th anniversary magazine. There's Big Mike right there. Look at that. Beautiful. If you grew up in the New York area, you know the fan. And you probably know Mike from some of his national stuff. But I was like, oh, man, I love talking about the fan. And I was at work. But we got Mike. So, guys, there's a rumor going around that football season started. Now, I hadn't noticed here in New York. I am a Giant fan, so I haven't noticed the football season started. But I thought, let me just see what's on the table, pull out a few things, pull out a binder, and show some football cards. Apparently, football season started. Giant fans hadn't noticed. But that first card was Rodney Hampton. Ironically, this card is sitting right on top of a pile. And I got a free ticket to get a Rodney Hampton auto at the East Coast National. He was the free signer. And do you think I brought this card or bothered to wait online to get an auto? Wasn't that long a line either. But I did not, so the card will live sans auto. Rodney Hampton, great running back for the Giants. Ooh, Vinny Testaverde. Who remembers him, Jet fans? Keep that knee together. Here's the great Brian Bosworth. Now, Brian Bosworth tried to tackle Bo Jackson once. It's a Pro Set Gazette, guys. I got very big into Pro Set. I chose to buy Pro Set over Score the year they came out, and instead of having the Score Barry Sanders rookie, I have the Pro Set cards. But here's the Pro Set Gazette. This is their magazine. That's an Emmett that came with that. Well, this is shiny. A little Sterling Sharp. Very good receiver. Don Maynard pops up. A little vintage mixed in. There's Don Maynard, the great Jet receiver. Speaking of Pro Set, Randall. Hated Randall Cunningham. Hated him. Carl Banks took him out at the knees, and somehow he did a push-up and did not fall down and ran in for the touchdown. Reggie White, one of the greats. Ickey Woods. Who doesn't remember the Ickey Shuffle? Jim Everett. All right. We destroyed Jim Everett once, and he also destroyed us once. There's an 87 Dan Marino. I didn't really buy football cards now, guys, but I did buy a lot of cards. As most of you remember, the Topps baseball wax box at the country store would slowly, suddenly disappear, and there would be the Topps football box. So I would shift into football. Eric Dickerson. This is an old Fran Tarkington. Not super old, but 70s. Of course, when you go through old cards, what do you find? You find the Walter Payton, right? And it looks like that. And the Tarkington looks like this. Explain it to me. Someone explain it to me. Why the Payton looks like that. No one can. Jim Youngblood. Great linebacker for the Rams. There's another Tark. John Jefferson. Great Chargers receiver. Oh, this one's for Mike at Scoots Collectibles. Little Franco. Now, if you ask me to tell you these years, I'm going to say 77, but I'm completely guessing because they kind of look like top 77 baseball cards. I don't remember the years of most of the older stuff, past Montana, basically. There's an Ahmad Rashad. Speaking of, there's an 82 Joe. Little Terry. Just watched a video of him, how he got hurt and ended his career. I never watched that video, watched that highlights before, how he blew his arm out against the Jets in that game. Ken Stabler. There's a nice Starbuck. A little Tony D. All right. That one is in a little better shape, isn't it? A little better shape. It's got a corner. Pretty James Lofton, great receiver. A little Steve Largent. I always liked Steve Largent. I don't know why. I had like a thing for Steve Largent when I was a kid. And Earl Campbell. Rookie card. Earl Campbell. He looks so happy. Happy guy. What's in this stack? Oh, there we go. Some game cards. Of nobody in particular. Of course, we have our Kellogg's. Every stack in the basement has a Kellogg's. There you go. These are not anybody in particularly amazing, but you know. Here you go. Jack Tatum. Tatum used to destroy people with the clothesline. This is actually nice condition. Peyton and Earl Campbell. Probably should be in the top loader, but let's see. Al Cowlings. I pulled this one out and sleeved it because it's Al Cowlings, who obviously drove the white Bronco for the Juice. The Juice was loose that day. Alan Page. Hall of Fame. All right, there we go. We got another painting. That's a scoring leader. Fran. Making a little giant Fran Tarkenton appearance. That's old school. That's kind of cool. A big white spot. And let's get down to the good stuff. We got our LT. A rookie card. We got the great Bill Parcells. I guess technically it's a rookie card. The Belichick's in this set. Do you think I have the Belichick or the Brett Favre? But there's a pile of these. But Series 2, there's not so much. So I don't have the Belichick or the Brett Favre. That's a beautiful 84 LT. We got the greatest quarterback of all time, Phil Simms. Rookie card. And a Coca-Cola. Gotta have some Coca-Cola, Phil Simms. We got Coca-Cola, RC, and Pepsi in the basement. Where did it go? There it goes. So, guys, I collected a lot of cards in 1986. Football was no different. So, we have our 86 football set. Pack pulled by me. There's our Jerry Rice. Now, it's funny. This card's a little OC, and there's a little dimple on it. I went through these cards. Bruce Smith rookie. When I got back into collecting. And the great Reggie White rookie card. I went through these cards when I got back into collecting, and I said, let me find the Rice. It's in here. The whole set's here. And found the Rice, OC, little dimple. I looked at the 5 cards in front of it and the 5 cards behind it. They're pack fresh mint. No dimples. Not OC. And I'm like, the one card in the box that needs to be centered and not have a dimple in it has a dimple in it. This is the life in the basement. A couple binder sleeves here, guys. I had a Beckett football. I didn't buy Beckett. I've mentioned that I was a Baseball Cards magazine guy. But I did have one Beckett football magazine with Joe Montana on it. There you go. So like I said, apparently it's football season, guys. This is the kind of stuff I used to do back in the day. There's a Dion on there. There's an Emmett. Pacific card on there. Those are always cool. I like the Pacific cards. Not a lot of value in these pages, guys, but these are what I was putting aside back in the old days. This has my LTs on it. We got 83, we got 82, we got 85, we got 87. We got a score up top. Carl Banks on the bottom. We tried to make that tackle on Randall Cunningham. I pulled these out of the binder because the binder doesn't work in this kind of shooting, I think. But this doesn't work either. But whatever. Montana's, Steve Young. There's 84 Montana, 82 Montana. No Montana rookie in the basement football cards, guys. Who's on here? Steve Largent. Like I said, I had a little thing for Steve Largent for some reason. There's a Larry Zonka. Nice Larry. There's Steve right in the middle. Probably the oldest football card I had at the time I had these. There's a Walter. Eric Dickerson, 86. A couple Walter Paytons. Ooh. Christian Okoye. Remember him? Man, was a beast. A beast. And let's finish it off here. What do we got? We got our Aikman Pro set. We got our Rodney Peete. I was a big Rodney Peete guy from USC. I always liked USC football. Don't know why. I can't explain it. But I like USC football. So I was a big Rodney Peete guy. I really made it in the pros strong. But I also like Steve Walsh. Another guy who didn't really make it. There's our Rodney Hampton rookie in the Alabama. There's a Barry. So yeah, guys, those are my football cards. A couple bows. Another Barry. Always love this card with the gold. I have a big pile of these over here somewhere in a clamshell. There we go. Football. There's a Sterling Sharp. O.J. Anderson. The great Otis Anderson. Ran his way into a Super Bowl with the New York Giants. So yeah, there's some football cards for football season. Like I said, Giant fans, we haven't really noticed the football season started. Not really paying attention. But I guess apparently I should watch a football game maybe. You all have a great day. Mike Francesa was the GOAT. We're back. Have a great night.